you're tuning into the Black House Fire Radio, and you're listening. Yes, man, say Wagwan. Andrew Robinson, your Jamaican brother, there, reaching out to all the massive on the African continent, and you're tuning into the Pan-African Bliss Show with your host, none other than Jody, from Monday to Friday. Stay tuned. Andrew Robinson,
yo, don't put me on a test, huh? Don't you try me. Nah, don't talk like an onion drip, come in. I'm the last day I bend, I know you can find me. Nah, at guys, I'm a go check it, time me. Don't put me on a test, huh? Don't you try me. Don't talk like an onion drip, come in. The last day I bend, I know you can find us now. At guys, I'm a go check it, time me.
Weed that I'm smoking, but I don't know. Y'all slipping on me in a coma. We outside, no Rona. Everybody getting beer, sipping on Corona. Sitting on my bed, I'm in it, I'm a little different, looking at me like a foreigner. Shawty my shit, if she's selling in the corner, body shawty got connect, then a dial in the phone. Bars, bitch, real bars, ass bitch. Everybody real, I expose you like a toner. I'm forever in your brain like a trauma. Hoes get one chance, more pussy get 9 times on the
Don't talk like an onion drip, come in. The last day I bend, I know where you can find me now. At guys, I'm a bro, check it, time me. Don't put me on a test, huh? Don't you try me. Don't talk like an onion drip, come in. The last day I bend, I know where you can find us now. At guys, I'm a bro, check it, time me.
925 in it, Dubai shit. Malikani Safi, Dubai it. Toka Bando, Koga Club, Nikona. To my next over team, this is so not meant for kids. Don't ever ring my phone, Joe. Kasi biz, not to care a gram na. 12 bit, free of the bus, Kuna. Young now, fit life, Kuna. Instagram, but me in this in the big. Step up, but this not a game, so not gonna make a pressure. My brain, I wanna teta. It can get better. Daily koi games, so not you
wanna teta.
Don't put me on a test.
Yes, Wagwan people, karibuni sana to another beautiful session of the Pan-African Bliss Show. And of course, this is the Black Fire Network radio station, media of the 21st century. And of course, happy World Radio Day. It is a World Radio Day. And of course, I'd love to celebrate that with you. And of course, me enjoying this amazing privilege of being in this amazing platform and being on the same line under the same celebration which falls today. Karibuni sana once again. My name is Joby. It is exactly 36 minutes past 12 p.m. Today we are on time and quite early, and I know majority of you will be catching up with me maybe towards the end of the show or maybe towards continuing on the show. But I'd love to big all of you up. Those are amazing listeners, subscribers, and of course to our amazing followers and subscribers as well on TikTok. Karibuni sana once again. Hope you guys are doing amazing, and of course happy blessed Tuesday. I feel excited today, and I hope so are you. And of course today we shall be having a conversation regarding the white saviors. Yesterday we shared about Eric Prince, where he is a black, is the founder and also a private military contractor who actually said that Africa needs to be recolonized again. Personally, I had my heavy thoughts and something to say about that. We also discussed that yesterday on the Africa Today show. Continue the debate, and people had something to say about it as well. And that today we've seen something different. We've had so many cases of having white saviors, and I'm not talking in the name of Jesus, okay? I'm not talking in the name of Jesus. We've had so many white saviors in the African continent itself. Of course, they began with religion, but we've seen actually where also white people understanding the love that actually African people reflect and give to them, they tend to use this and take advantage of the African people's ignorance. And we've seen so many cases that have happened in Uganda, where we've had so many white doctors who have actually gone to the Ugandan country, here in the continent of Africa, where we've seen so many children having actually most of them are dead, and most of them actually end up having some serious injuries or maybe some serious effects after what is performed to them. And I'll be sharing quite a little bit of that because there is actually a short article or a short speech regarding this particular information that is coming from Uganda. It's crazy how Museveni doesn't know all this happening, but he's so much aware of people dying, or rather the minister is so aware of people dying because of hunger and calling them idiots. It is so crazy. We'll be discussing about that, and also I'll be sharing a video under the same thing. When you talk about the white saviors, we've seen again our white people have come into the continent of Africa. taken over the resources. We don't control any of our resources, but we have landlady Panda. She comes from South Africa, and I don't know which literally party she stands for, but she's one of the people I've seen fighting and pushing so hard into the ICG cases of that is against Israel committing genocide. She shared a lot of things regarding Congo, and I'll be sharing a video from that is coming from the channel of Make Africa Great. But for now, we shall be getting back to the music, and of course, karibuni sana once again. Let me know if I'm going too quick as well. And of course, welcome to today's conversation. Back to the music, but I began with some Silverstone jam over there. Let me know how you feeling about that. Personally, I'm a big fan of Silverstone, and I hope so are you. This is by the one and only. I'm trying to pick something that we're not going to be copyrighted about. And this is Caleb Singer. Girls Love Me, and I hope you guys get to enjoy. We shall be coming back with the quote of the day, and of course, starting straight with the conversation of the day as well. We shall also start with Nigerian nurses striking and also midwives.
Take a one, take a two, then I let you go. You guys love me, that's what your man I know. Anyway, I go, they wanna sing my song. And a bad man, and they go pretty good. You guys love me, that's what your man I know. Anyway, I go, they wanna sing my song. And a bad man, and they go pretty good. They go pretty good. All of them know that I'm the baddest one. Yes, we clap on us, so we give them up. They got me big boy, cola with the illest tongue, so we give them good vibes, things till they drop. Oh, they wanna sing my song. Some of them fools that when we show them jump. Sing them up. Who got the keys to my map? Who am I? Call me girl, them sugar cane money, fresh money, no time for the money say. Say the girls, them a love me, boys, them a know me. You can run me race, but sit down and watch me. The turn up king, that is what they call me. Call me. The guys love me, that's what your man I know. Anyway, I go, they wanna sing my song. And a bad man, and they go feel ticky though. The guys love me, that's what your man I know. Everywhere I go, they wanna sing my song. Man, a bad man, and they go feel ticky though. They go feel ticky though. If you have this Chico, I'm a Douglas. If I take mistake, nation,
Yes, and my quote of the day today is a good morning as you start your day. May you have renewed strength, a calm mind, a joyful spirit, the way I feel, Manze, and have an amazing, amazing Tuesday. That is my quote of the day. And of course, have the rest part of an amazing. The rest part of your week, let it be amazing, joyful, and of course, everything written on this amazing quote.
Is a rat for the giant, and jump skip out, watch it walk is a diamond. Better see the girl is a real Miss Bamba. Bamba, 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 brebeng, 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 bang, bang, bang. If I don't be a social man, I know. You ever wanna sing my song? And a bad man, and they go feel take it though. They guys love me, that's social man, I know. Everywhere I go, they wanna sing my song. Man, a bad man, and they go feel take it though. They go feel take it up, 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 up. Oh my God, you they bother me. I go do you bad, go tell you that you need one for the make do you Uganda. Oh my God, you they bother me. I go do you bad, go tell you.
And you're tuning into the Black Fire Radio, and you're listening to.
This is the Pan African Bliss, and of course, Karibuni Sana family. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Happy blessed Tuesday to everyone listening to me via the radio station, on TikTok, on the Facebook page, and also with us on YouTube. Welcome to today's conversation. My name is Joby. To all our amazing first-time listeners, to everyone with us on TikTok and also on other media platforms, kindly consider following us in case this is your first time. I promise you, you won't regret, because we have amazing shows lined up here from Monday to Saturday, from 8 a.m. to 12 midday. You stand a chance of winning merchandise, of winning cash prizes, and a lot more. And also, you can also enjoy much more if you get to tune in. And of course, join us through our website. That is on the www.blackoutfirenetwork.com. Purchase the merchandise you'd like of your type. We have also handbags for the ladies and a lot more. And also another privilege you're given on our social media, on our social page is where you get to share some amazing videos, or other articles that you find informative right here on the network. Shout out to Diligent Karibu Sana, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Diligent. Yeah, Diligent. Yeah, sorry. I see you saying hii station gani inaka iko wewe wendo uko chini, wewe vibes zako ndo ziko chini na roho yako chafu kama watu wa kwenu. Imagine that's all. Hey, for us here, we're just all about good vibes, and especially today being on a good mood. You're not gonna try me. I'm gonna destroy you. Don't try me. But anyway, Karibu Sana. Shout out to Joseph B. Hi to you too. I see you on Facebook. And of course, Karibu Sana to the Black Hot Fire Network Media of the 21st century. Starting with today's conversation, coming from Nigeria, that is where our first news and updates is coming from. There is news and updates of where Nigerian nurses and midwives are striking. And the reason because of this is because the government of Nigeria, and it seems also with the outside countries, are making decisions that might harm, actually, when it comes to the matters of employment and a lot more. Shout out to Dangote, Karibu Sana, and I hope you are doing amazing. They're saying that the nurses, there's a strike of nurses, and the Nigerians, where we have Nigeria, which has ruled or toughened rules on working abroad. Now, nurses and midwives in the Nigerian capital, Abuja, have gone on strike against new rules of verifying their qualification to foreign nursery boarding. And the regulations are meant to curb the exodus of health workers from Nigeria, and nurses will now be charged verification fee, and will have to be, let me read that again. I don't know what BBC wrote. Nurses will now be charged verification fees and will have to have practiced in Nigeria for at least 2 years before the authorities will confirm their credentials. This is crazy. And I think for so long, for quite some time, we've seen Nigerians, actually, not even Nigerians, so many African youth and nurses being the ones taken from the African continent going to these places. The number one question is, why didn't these rules, these restrictions we're seeing right now being toughened, apply from the beginning? Why are they applying right now? After UK has taken how many nurses from Nigeria? That is the question. After UK has taken how many nurses from Kenya? What was the main purpose of taking these nurses? If you knew all along, you're gonna come with rules that are gonna toughen the situation and enable the vacancy of employment and all that. Why is it right now? We'll just have to look at some things, go back to history, look at the method these people have been using when it comes to literally them taking just doctors from Africa. Then now they are toughening the rules. Why is this happening right now? Why didn't we have restrictions of literally our people being paid super well? Because our people are so underpaid when they go there. Our people are so underpaid when they go there. They don't get good money. Most of the people, even when they go for these opportunities of nurses and doctors, I'm certain is not what you literally get. Because I shared a video last week where we saw this Canadian lady telling us very clearly, you apply for job opportunities, your government lies to you, yes, you're going to get it. But when you get there, you find that you are literally feeding domestic animals, feeding all types of domestic animals. We've seen a woman in Kenya breastfeeding a dog in Saudi Arabia. So this is not even a matter of nursing or anything. It's a matter of where Africans are always, and we see our leaders like the Malawi president and so many of them who come here, tell us we need a group of 1,000 people, young people who are looking for a job opportunity, who have studied under, how is it called, nursing or doctors. Then they're taken to UK and all these countries. But when they get there, we see Nigerians making all sorts of videos. Hey, we're not paid well here. My African people don't come here. It's not what they tell you. It's bread and butter and peanuts. You're getting breadcrumbs. So it is super, super crazy. So we need to follow up. Why is it that they're toughening the situation right now? But I see we have Kit in the building. Karibu sana, Kit.
It's not this sana there. How are you doing?
How you do? I'm good. You?
I'm okay. I want to break in your show. I talking crazy to me. Breaking and stuff. Calling me a
What?
colonizer. I said I didn't want to be called a colonizer, so I thought I would introduce myself.
Oh, okay. Karibu San. At least today you had some etiquette in you, you know. Seems like you woke up on the right foot.
I don't know. I don't know about all that. But anyway, yeah. They're not gonna pay you well. They pay you more than they do in Africa, barely,
Yeah.
barely. But you're African. You have no
Mm-hmm.
power,
Yeah.
and you've never been taught that the rest of the world hates us. So when you get out there, you're all surprised because your own goofy leaders have never told you
True.
you being colonized, that other people hate us. You think the African Americans told you that? Oh, you're just crazy. You're just upset because they don't like you. And what? I say, listen here, moron. You're African too. For some reason, you think you're a special kind of African. This should be crazy. You think you're a special kind of African because you come in later than we came 400 years ago. You just come later, so you're a different kind of African. They don't like African people. That's what you understand. And when you get to these places and they treat you like shit, and they pay you like shit, your mind is all messed up. Most you come over there as religious nuts. I think.
I bet most of our African people get actually traumatized because I've seen and observed so many videos. If you look at especially women explaining the experience of racism in these Arabic countries, how they explain it is with a lot of like what they went through. They not really wish anyone to go through it. It's like really, really traumatizing. Even
It's gotta be.
talking about it,
It's gotta
you
be.
know.
And it's so disrespectful that these bum ass puppets ain't taught the African people nothing.
Yeah.
So when they hear other Africans come, like from America, Brazil, wherever, or Jamaica, they say, these people are not your friends. Like, oh, what are you saying? You know what you're talking. You have a moron like a Simba. You have a moron never been nowhere like a Simba that don't understand the world. Like, oh, it was crazy. They brought us civilization and they loved us. Like, what?
I don't know
You're
where Simba
insane.
ran. Simba was scared of our lessons. He had to disappear. He couldn't
That's
stand up.
what Dr. Eric Garner said. Look at me. Do you got a colonized mind? You or a slavery mind? A lot of Africans got colonized and enslaved minds. That's just the fact of it. And they're dangerous. They're dangerous. And so,
Go on. Okay, sorry. If you look at this situation we're talking about here in Nigeria, as much as now we're understanding how no matter where you go, you being black, we're dealing with a white supremacy rule governing and laws. It's no matter where you are, you're not gonna be paid well. And what is crazy about this and why I'm talking about it is because I feel like Nigeria and the rest of the African countries, whatever they're doing right now, because we're having nurses and midwives in Nigeria, that is the capital city of Abuja, who have gone on strike against the new rules of verifying their qualification to foreign nursing boards. The question is, why did we have this
you can go on strike. That's the British doing that. The British said, don't send them all these niggas over here. We starting not to trust you guys and your boards.
Exactly.
This is what we want if they're going to come here. So, sorry, Nigeria, you get mad because your country ain't paying you nothing. Fix your country. Don't get mad because you can't leave and go to Europe. Think you're going to make more money because you don't know you're not. Fix your goddamn country.
That's not the problem. Let's look at a little bit back. You've seen so many nurses coming from Kenya, Nigeria, Ghana, different African countries chosen, even where we see our presidents are the ones telling us, hey, we have opportunities. I just spoke to the UK, this meeting, blah, 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 and we signed this. We can now send 1,000 nurses to this particular place or institute. Why is it that this law is applying right now after them taking thousands of nurses from the continent of Africa? What was the main purpose of
because they don't need no more of you niggas. That's why. Don't need no more of you. We got enough of you. We don't want no more. So there's always a limit on black people they want in the country. We got enough of you niggas now. We don't want no more. That's the reason, Joe. Racism. I don't want no more of you. That's the reason. What's the reason? reason I don't want no more niggas. I got enough of you niggas.
I'm asking on behalf of so many Africans, and I believe it's a question that should actually be questioned by so many of us. Because personally, I'd sue this case personally. I'd want to understand why is it that right now. Because right now, you've shown us how it is so possible to get opportunities outside, which you failed to create right here, and now you're telling me I can't now be able to maneuver the same way. Why didn't you bring these laws from the beginning? That's the question.
Not their laws, Joey. They don't run. Europe. Europe said I don't want no more niggas. That's what Europe is saying. So they said they got to comply. They can't force black people in the Europe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, I don't want no more. I don't need no more niggas. I got enough of you niggas right now. I don't want no more of you in Europe and Canada, in America. I don't want no more of you niggas. That's what I want. I want a certain amount. I got enough that I can exploit, which they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
He said, the sad fact is, why don't these puppets create jobs in Africa? Why are there no jobs? That's why I got Maria begging me over and over. Why are there no jobs in Africa? Let's go back to the root of the problem. Why are there no jobs in Africa? Why do I got to go to Arabia? Why do I got to go to Europe? Why do I go to America? Why are there no jobs? And this not Kenya, in Africa. Why are there no jobs in Black Africa? Why?
Because of the leaders. They have failed to create job opportunities. That is the main reason.
Yes.
I mean, that is the same reason we had Eric Prince saying that these leaders, all they do is pocket money, go to Paris, take drinks, buy, live posh lives, invest there outside, not even in the continent. That is because of them. But that is
the fact is everybody knows that. It seems like the group, except for the groupie Africans. Everybody know Africa's leaders are corrupt, backwards, fucked up. But the Africans say, well, he's part of my tribe. Like, what? You're talking about it. You insane.
Mm-hmm.
You're impoverished. You're talking about some tribal shit.
Mm-hmm.
Sound like an idiot. So everybody knows the Africa's so fucked up because of the puppets that are there. But the Africans refuse to do anything about it, except try to run to other countries. That's what the Nigerians are trying to do. Trying to get the hell out of here. Why is it law? I can't leave now. Because the Europeans don't want your ass there. They had enough now. They said we got enough niggas that we can exploit doing nursing. We don't want to be flooded with all these niggas. That's what they're saying.
Well, I believe Africans are waking up, and that's gonna be no more of that, because I see as they continue, they're saying that last year Nigeria authorities actually allowed 75,000 nurses and midwives to leave the country. That is this has
75,000. Damn, that's a lot. Shit.
No, this has been over the past 5 years. Sorry, not last year, but that was the.
That's still a lot. So 75 nurses have left. I'm flooded with your nurses. I don't need enough. I don't need no more. I'm good until these die. I come back and get some more of you goofy niggas. These all die. I come back and get some more of you.
But again, this is what I'm telling and educating. Shout out to Freedom Media, Karibu Sana. Shout out to Dangote, I see you in the building. And to everyone with us on TikTok, God's favorite, welcome to today's conversation. And everyone tuning in via YouTube. This one, personally, I feel like where Africans need to understand, we've had white people always using us for their own benefit. And it's a high time we become smart and understand the slavery, modern slavery is still on. Slavery is still continuing, but not in an open way, the way it was performed.
Yeah, exactly. You don't now you have the means of critical thinking now, Joey. Most Africans are raised in a system of lies. It lies with fake history, talking about missionaries came to help you, white people helped you. You raised with all lies, and nobody's torn down any of these lies. Like you said, then when you leave Africa, you're traumatized because the truth smacks you in the head. You're like, whoa, what?
Mm-hmm.
What? What?
We need to understand why people are always using us, and historically,
yes,
they have understood our history more than we've understood our history. We've grown up in their history, which is full of lies of them coming as missionaries. Which is what I'm about to get to. I want to share a video, which is my focus of the day. No more saviors, please, because white people have always come with this notion of we want to save you. Economically, Africa has to be saved. Religiously, we have to be saved. When it
That's
comes to
all right.
a lot, we need to be saved. It's all alive, but it's what Africans we've dwelt with. And if you see, you
Yeah.
look at situations like which I'm about to share here, we've seen so many cases in Uganda, white women always coming and injecting babies with the VACCINEs, and
I
this
know.
has led to so many cases of death of children.
Of course, Joby.
What has
What?
Museveni done?
Not a goddamn thing, because he's a moron. That's why he's there. That's why he's there. Well, it's not just, it's not, and let's be honest, even under Uhuru, who wasn't a moron, he was corrupt. He wasn't an idiot like a Museveni. So they did the same thing in Kenya to hundreds of thousands of African women. And nobody done it because Africa is almost like defenseless because of the ignorance of the people.
True.
Africa's very dangerous because it's so goddamn ignorant now. Africans only know that they taught everybody how to farm. They taught everybody how to do it. They don't got no clue. So they feel, oh, the Chinese are better than me. The Europeans are better than me. Because they had, tell me, when you don't know your history, you don't know yourself. You don't know who you are. So the African has now been deliberately not told his own history. So he doesn't even know who he is. So we don't know. But if you don't know no past, if you don't know your past, you don't know where you're going, Joe. You don't know who you are. You don't know where you're going. And that's what colonization and us getting conquered by lesser people has done.
Yep.
I'm gonna make sure we understand this clearly. By lesser conquered by lesser, because we taught them. They ain't teach us shit.
And to add on it, as I share the video, when you speak about ignorance, that is true, because what this lady is gonna about to explain is just where you go back to where Africans we're loving people. I understand that.
Yeah,
But
we're loving.
the love has to be. You have sometimes to caution when someone is taking too much of you. You have to be.
Yes.
You have to mind yourself at some point. Why am I hurting so much? Because that is what the white people have done continuously, hurting us. But we continuously keep on pouring the love, welcome, show them our culture. But these people have different intentions, towards us.
Hey, Joe, you showed them the culture and they stole all of it. That's in the museums of Europe and America and all throughout the world.
Man.
and then they told you niggas you can't get none of it back.
I know, that's right. I shout out to Frida Media. You're saying that you're telling Diligentry are nonetheless going to support them, so they grow the social political stuff. That is true. You that Negro and Kun alone, that is a stupid moron who is not even reasoning. I was about to break his back, but he left.
Who's that? What happened?
At the beginning, when I was starting the show, there's this moron who popped in here and told us our radio station is not known. I'm like, is that my problem? Are you here to know if we're known? Are you here to listen to me? Or, I'm gonna break your back. You useless like the people.
Who cares whether you're known? That's why you're on it, so you do get known. Everybody starts from somewhere, moron. You don't laugh and stuff like that.
It's good when you're back breaking in a language that you understand. So I did it better in Swahili, so he left. I did it way better in Swahili, so he left so quick. But shout out to Anthony Taylor, karibu sana. Nice to see you. I'm glad you
do, Joey. That's what you do, Joey. You break their back in their own language. That's right. You're all weak.
And also Frida says, I just love this station. The social political awareness campaign is unmatched. Keep it up 100%. Thank you so much. I appreciate and always thank you for coming back. And I'm glad you enjoy our conversation. Anthony says, keep the comments coming. Hey, also you keep the comments coming, baby. What's up? Welcome. Keep the comments coming. Let me share this very quickly.
Let's talk about how an American with...
Okay. Oh my, it's doing that.
no medical training, set up a fake medical facility in Uganda that resulted in the death of 105 children from 2010 to 2015.
It's fun, even before I continue, how these politicians in Uganda can notice when people are dying because of hunger and calling them idiots, but don't want to notice children being killed somewhere in a certain region by a known person in the country, you know?
Who has no medical experience, who was a white child, white teenager, because she's white. That's the fact that you love your enemy and you haven't been talking to these people because you see them in your goofy Bible as your gods. This is so dangerous.
Very.
The lies it's so dangerous. So your parents who don't want to be morons but are, hey, let's go to the white lady and see if she'll heal your condition. You're like, what? The white lady has got no damn medical experience, who has no teaching in medicine whatsoever, and you won't even ask her, hey lady, what are your credentials? Where's you graduate? Where's your medical knowledge? You won't say that because she's white. You're like, what? Are you crazy? And that's what you see. Go ahead.
Renee Bach ran an unregistered treatment center for malnourished children in the Ugandan village of Jinja. She posed as a doctor and cared for more than 900 children, of which 105 died. Bach, who also possesses a high school diploma, set up her nonprofit organization serving as children in 2008 when she was just 18 and unlawfully offered medical services.
18! Listen, you got an 18-year-old child, you got to question how backwards these African puppets have made African people now. An 18-year-old girl comes to your village. 18, only because she's white. You give her authority. You are fucked up in the head. And I hate to excuse my language, but you are fucked up in the head. Something's wrong with your damn mind as an adult. You think an 18-year-old white girl has got qualifications to heal your child. You are fucked up in the head. And that's because of these wicked ass puppets that's been ruled. You can, only in Africa this would happen. This girl would be immediately taken out anyway. What? Girl, if you don't get your ass out of here with this bullshit, we're gonna lock your ass up. You wouldn't find this nowhere else but in Africa because of the ignorance. It's off the chart crazy. 18-year-old white girl comes to, imagine a 18-year-old white girl comes to my city and sets up a clinic. Like, what? Police will be called immediately to lock her ass up. Get her ass out of here.
It's crazy.
Is to unsuspecting vulnerable children. Keep in mind, Bach was not a licensed medical doctor, had no medical training or medical qualifications whatsoever, and yet she still felt that it was her duty to treat children with severe complications that needed serious medical attention. She even allegedly canceled medication prescribed by local medical practitioners and took kids out of local hospitals to transfer them to her treatment center. What's even more egregious is that she allegedly based
who would allow it? Who would allow that? What moronic doctor would allow some white kid to take kids out of their own treatment? And let me make sure you understand this. She was never locked up. This bitch is running around America free as a bird right now because she's white. What she did is criminal. I mean, talk about life imprisonment. Criminal. Because she's white and these moronic African leaders don't do shit. So she's now running around America. People look at her crazy, but she's free as a bird after killing hundreds of Ugandan children. What doctor? Imagine a grown-ass doctor, because a little white girl comes to you, I'm going to take her back to my place and treat her. Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Your mind is fucked up. Africa. You're fucked up in the head.
Welcome to Africa, you know?
Yeah, because your mind is colonized. It's like Sister Africana said, a real doctor, Dr. Africana, she's a real medical doctor. No African doctor, she's real. Who lived in America, worked in Tennessee, had her own clinic, a real doctor. Telling you, your mind is colonized. So she's an African. Not an African, became an African, came from where was Africana from? She's from Zimbabwe. Then moved later on in America, got her training and stayed in America for years, got her clinical doctor's degree, and then opened up a clinic in Tennessee, I think outside of Nashville. But then ended up going back to Africa, tried to then became part of the African Union, and so that was corrupt. But understand, most you African minds are colonized because you don't know any history. And this is why this is dangerous. Shit like this happens. And your moronic leader, he ain't called into account. A little white girl could come into Uganda, set up some fake clinic, and kill hundreds of children without no damn recourse and no prosecution. All in Africa this shit happened. You won't find a story like this nowhere in the goddamn world. I tell you that. Nowhere in the world will you find a story this egregious. Nowhere. Go ahead, Joby.
On an elementary healthcare manual and her gut feeling. However, under international health guidelines and Ugandan law, only a medical professional is permitted to perform invasive procedures, and if a severely malnourished child has complications, they must be treated at an advanced medical facility. So, effectively, under some sort of misguided white savior complex, Bach continuously broke the law. Ugandan authorities eventually shut down Bach's center, and in 2020, a group representing Ugandan parents filed a civil lawsuit against her. Thankfully, she was barred from being able to medically practice in the country and stated that she would never come back to Uganda. As Beatrice Kayaga, an officer at
she was supposed to be locked up right there. She wasn't supposed to be allowed to leave the country. She's supposed to be prosecuted and locked up for life in Uganda. But her being white, after killing hundreds of kids, she was allowed to leave and come back to America and live her best life. You can't make that up. Now, if I was a black American, came over and did that shit, they'd lock my ass up.
Not even you're gonna be executed immediately.
Yeah.
I mean, let's take us back to the history of where they electrocuted an innocent baby, an innocent black child.
14-year-old child, locked them up, and then executed. And then go tell them, Joby, was it 60 years after they killed him? Oh, we're sorry, we killed you, nigga. We're sorry. You were innocent. You were only 14. You know you didn't rape nobody. You was a child. You know you didn't do it. Yeah, he did 60 years later, and you now trying to say you're sorry.
And this is what I'm saying, and this is why I said having a black-owned media, how important it is, because such kind of information, educating our people and letting our people see and understand the world we deal with is going to help us actually even awaken more people. And I'm glad we have Black on Fire and our numbers are growing. So shout out to those, those who want us all over there. We're going to be on your face and we're going to be annoying, you're not going to escape from the truth. It's going to be on your face so bad, But I believe this is why we need to have
That's why black people is not allowed. You're not allowed. African people, Joby, are not allowed to know the truth. We've been dominated. You're not allowed to know the truth. Mm-hmm. Because white supremacy and white culture demands that you not know anything because they've been robbing and stealing from you for the last 500 years. Mm-hmm. So Europe got rich off of Africa, Joby. Europe has always been poor. The Africans don't even know that Europe has always been poor and backwards. Until they got control of Africa is where the money comes. That's why Eric Prince, when you were saying yesterday, he wants to reinvade Africa and colonize it. Because Africa is the world's wealth, Joby.
Period. But I see, Anthony, you're asking me if I knew it was World Radio Day. Yes, I knew, and I began my show by saying Happy World Radio Day to all the amazing journalists. I'm happy to be part of this amazing network of, giving information, the true network, not the coons, but I'm happy, also for the rest of them. I also think you're talking on World Radio Day. Yes, I am. Thank you. And thank you for tuning in.
Is unacceptable narcissistic behavior for anyone, black or white, rich or poor, missionary or angel, to pass off as a medical practitioner when they are not.
Yeah, so that's the video over there, and everything she said and the majority of the things she mentioned over there, it brought me back to the question, because this is probably gonna happen to so many African countries. It's maybe happening, and since we don't have much more,
Not
sources of.
even before that, or at the same time, concurrently with that in Uganda, Joey, you had white people shooting black people up with bleach, poisonous bleach. Some of them was treating them in the name of a church. Look this, see if you can look this up, Joey. At the same time, this is in Uganda too. Say church group.
On YouTube?
Yeah. Go to YouTube because YouTube. You can go. Well, if you don't want to do a video, you can do it on Google.
Okay.
Say church group. Say white church group shoots up Ugandans with industrial bleach. Bleach that'll kill you. And so again, white people come and black people just say, okay, I follow you, white daddy, white mommy. And they were shooting them up, Joby, with bleach that'll kill you. Industrial bleach, Joby. That kills you.
Damn. That was in 2019, I see.
So it's at the same time. It's at the same time the girl was doing her shit in Uganda. That's all.
I mean, there are so many of them, and these people, they know. That's what I'm saying. If you look at the white people, trust me, understand. This is so proven. They understand who they are dealing with when they come here.
Yeah, they know you're backwards. They know you're backwards, and you're ignorant, and they know you worship them. Yes, they do know that.
That's why they're shocked, like the video I shared last time when we had this Indian in the airport, shocked. Oh,
exactly.
Kenyans are like this. Because they can't expect that. They're used to the good part of, us showing their teeth,
Yeah.
Come on, enough.
Yep.
Enough of that. Yes, I see that was in 2019 where we had a pastor reportedly gave Ugandans. It was a bleach. An American pastor has been accused for disturbing poisonous miracle drink to thousands of Ugandans, including infants, according to a report given by a Guardian. That is crazy. And that was 50,000 Ugandans. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. So imagine. You think they don't know that Uganda's so fucking badly run that most of these niggas are morons?
I feel like Uganda is so. I don't know. Africa as a continent, I know there are some places where religion. Because trust me, we have places where religion. You can tell these people nothing. At least you can see in the city of Nairobi, where we are in this county, and some which are on the towns, we are kind of aware because we have internet access. But if you start saying places like maybe Nakuru is developing because right now it's a city, it's considered a city. There's some places where people have no goddamn clue. There's a video I was watching of still Uganda. We had a genocide that happened. I can't remember the year vividly, but a genocide where we had them they killed masses of number of people in the church. And this is in the name of the pastor. The same thing happened in Kenya. Oh, this is a miracle. I've been sent by God.
Because the minds are all wrapped up with the fake religion when the white man brought it to you, the lies. And so you grown up in complete nonsense. And you haven't been taught how to critically think. So that's why I told you, I don't want to be reborn in Africa to no moron. It's dangerous, Joby. It's dangerous. Because the ignorance in Africa is off the charts. And they know they come to. You imagine you knowingly, Joby, shooting people up with bleach. With bleach.
Crazy, man. But I see Joe Mosquito in the building. Karibu Sana. Good afternoon from my end. And we're also saying that what is with these white people and throwing bleach on people? We get bleach attack all the time here in London. Damn, you do? You black people? You say black people?
Not getting thrown on you, Joe Mosquito. People injecting your ass with bleach. Not thrown on you. They probably try to throw bleach up, try to whiten them up, because they don't want these niggas there, Joe. Exactly. They tell you, we got enough of you niggas already. Stay home. Don't come. We don't need no more.
It is crazy, but still on the same topic. No more white saviors. The same thing. Where we have these people to come exploit our resources, and we've spoken yesterday. We've checked how many mining companies we have in Africa. So many you can't even mention. We control none of them. None of our African leaders control nor even own these companies, but they are highly and heavily extorting our resources, and they're making billions of money as Africans who are used again. Because again, go back to where Africans are used. It's us again being used. Modern slavery continuing. Slavery never ended thing. That is where it takes us back. But I want to share this.
Because imagine, still, the majority of Africans don't even know the wealth of Africa. Today, it's 2024. And Africans don't even know what minerals are worth, how to mine them. They don't know, like you said, like that South African company that moved into Kenya and just stole all those people's land and built a gold refinery plant. And the guy said, I don't think the government knows that. Are you out of your rabbit ass mind, moron?
And now you see, because of them not acting like the government didn't know, the government is already there. It's because that's why they had already built a mining company there, and meaning that they knew what they were digging till they found coltan there, because it's Embu, Kisii, we have Samburu, we have Turkana, we have Kitui. I don't know the sixth county, I can't remember, but those are the counties I have on my tabs.
And that's why the educational system, Joe, South Africa, educational system in Africa is meant to make you a slave. That's why you're not taught real education. It's meant to make you be somebody's worker, somebody's slave. But the Europeans don't pay you shit to mine the resource that's yours, and they make billions of dollars off of it.
It's crazy, man. But let me share this very quick. This is Naledi Panda. She's from South Africa.
South Africa.
Yeah.
Everybody is running after the rare mineral resources of the DRC, but they're not establishing factories in the DRC.
True.
Don't sign any agreement if production is not to happen yet. We must refuse.
Common sense.
We must ensure that value addition, beneficiation.
It's about you making jobs. You must make manufacturing. You must produce, manufacture. Because you're talking about, this is why you don't have jobs in Africa. Because everybody's stealing from you. And none of these leaders, that's what she said, you must make manufacturing in Africa. You manufacture the goods from the products that you get. You make products from the minerals that come out the ground.
Shout out to
you make it. You got to make it.
Yeah.
That's why they're trying to kill his ass.
And he has created 100 jobs so far, what we know, So you can see where we're heading and what they have been scared of. It's finally happening.
Yeah. Exactly. And we must ensure that as Africans, we derive full benefit from the value chain, and that our people realize these much needed opportunities.
Right.
Individuals who are powerful don't like to be challenged. It's awful to lose power. It's awful to imagine that you might not be number one. And I suspect that if we were number one.
Remember, it was her that kept Israel, even though it's a European fake thing. It was her that kept Israel out of the African Union. So Israel tried to come into the African Union through the back door, and all these puppet ass niggas like, yeah, we're gonna let them in. And she stood up and said, if you let them in, South Africa's out of the African Union. We're out of here. Make no mistake about it. These Israelis are not supposed to be any part of the African Union. They have created genocide all throughout the continent of Africa. So if you do it, South Africa's out of this shit. Everybody always thinks, right. All these puppet ass niggas, Joey. Yeah, we're out of it.
Almost sounded like Joe Biden not trying to make his speeches come out,
Joe Biden's absolutely dementia-ridden moron. Now, as Putin told you in an interview, Joe Biden don't run America. None of these presidents do. Shout out to Putin for telling the truth. None of these puppets run America. Okay? You need to know that. Somebody's about the president. What? The puppet that they put in there?
But I feel like, according to what I've seen, especially reactions of so many African countries when it comes to organizing demonstration. Like I said, personally, I didn't like the demonstrations held right here in Kenya about ending femicide because the agenda was not really well organized. We had the LGBT.
Of course not. That's exactly. That's what they do, Joby. They take your anger. Understand how white power works. They take your anger and then try to put their agenda on. That's how that fake Black Lives Matter shit started. I told you. Remember, when you looked it up, it was all about LGBTQ shit. Nothing to do with black people. They know we were mad in America about being killed and murdered, no one going to prison. So we were rightfully angry and in the street. So they merged that LGBTQ shit with our shit. That's the same thing they do. It's the same copy and paste shit you see in Kenya, Joby. That's what they do.
So I feel like you've said before, women are the beginning of revolution in majority of the cases. I feel like it is possible in Africa, but again, women can also be the beginning of never ever having a revolution. Because I want to give 2 examples of it.
That's true too.
If you look at America, how right now, or how the formed agenda of breaking. God damn.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's right. You can't exactly. You just broke up the black man and black woman, which is your foundation. Once you turn they understand it. The woman is the foundation of everything. No matter what, no goopy man. The woman is the foundation of civilization. Period. The woman. So if you turn a woman against her own man, you've now destroyed your own civilization, your own community. And so that's what the white man knows, understands that. That's what he's done in America, and that's what he's trying to do in Africa as well. So so you can't organize when your woman is now your enemy.
True.
If your woman's your enemy, you can't function. Your whole civilization is destroyed because your woman's now against you. And that's what they've done. So I
feel like if you have like majority, if you have so many women with the same confidence and power to speaking out loud and standing for what is true, like Naledi Panda, we can actually move towards.
That's how women always start revolutions. That's not women finally say enough. Expect the man to do something. So you'll get up your weak ass and you'll do something. Or I'm done with you. So it forces the man to act. Unless he want a woman. It forces the man to act. He's got no choice. So that's how revolutions always started in Africa. You get up your weak ass and you'll do something, or I'm not fucking with you. So he's like, hey, everybody wants a woman, Joby.
Yep.
Going to do all that you can to retain that position. And so we should be aware that what we're seeing now is not the worst of what we might see.
True.
And we should prepare ourselves and ready ourselves in order to stand for ourselves as Africa, as the world becomes increasingly disrupted. The power shifts mean that the resources of Africa face even increased threat.
Exactly, because that's why the Arabs are back. Why need these Arabs are back? Everybody knows.
World,
That's a minute.
Is about rare earth minerals. Why do
you think everybody's back in Africa again? Because it's the wealth of the world. Whoever controls Africa controls the world. And these despots have never taught the African none of this. None of it.
Crazy.
They come from, African continent. And the conversation is not about refining them in Africa. It's not about building new factories. It's about continuing to extract.
Exactly, extract. You're telling to take. Telling to take and keep African people impoverished and ignorant. See, if they're ignorant, it's easy for them. They won't fight me. The whole scheme, and she's right. Shout out to this lady, this official of South Africa. The whole goal is to steal, to take. She calls it extraction. Keep African people impoverished and ignorant. And they'll just let me take the rest of their wealth and build my civilization while they stay backward and impoverished. She's right.
Mm-hmm.
These conversations as the African continent. We have Agenda 2063, which aspires to the development of the African continent, to inclusive prosperity for us on the continent, to us industrializing, to us developing niche markets.
And they got Agenda 2030, so you don't, lady. You got your Agenda 2063 all the years. They got Agenda 2030, so you don't.
It's Agenda 2060, right?
2060, the African wants to develop. That's nothing to do. 2030 is there. Everybody come with the fake Green New Deal, electric cars, and all that old fake shit, alternative energy. Put it in your country. It doesn't work, Joby. It's a scam. Okay. It's to make Africans pay billions of dollars to Europeans again, making them wealthy with technology that doesn't work, Joby. Tell to the South Africans, they're the ones really talking about the scam, because it's hurting them now while they load shedding. They don't got no lights. Yes, morons, because that was the scam. All this fake using solar panels and all that shit. That doesn't work, Joby. And then you pay these people billions of dollars to give you shit that don't work. Are you insane? I should have sent that video to you. But that South African guy was telling the truth on TikTok. Talking about they came here hundreds of years ago and they fooled all our grandparents, lied to them, raped them, stole everything. But they know we're smarter now. So they're starting new schemes to fool us again to steal our shit. I started laughing, yeah. But this Green New Deal, this renewable energy scam. He gets it, that's right. Like this renewable energy scam. Well, you got Ruto talking this dumb shit. You got Tinubu talking this dumb, all these puppets are talking this dumb shit when it does not work. It's meant to keep African impoverished. Keep you in the dark. Go ahead, Joe. Let's finish.
Us making far better use of the natural resources that we have on our continent. But we're still allowing conversations about our natural resources to occur outside our borders. Very few of us are talking about enhancing industrial capacity. Very few of us are talking about training new skills that can refine platinum.
That's why there's no jobs in Africa. When you say why there's no jobs in Africa, what's he saying? That's why there's no jobs in Africa. Because none of these Negroes in Africa would do what has to be done. You got Ibrahim Traoré Fine, their real leader. He's only 35 in Burkina Faso, saying, fuck that. We're going to now be real leadership. That's nowhere on the continent. You got puppets, sellout, handkerchief head morons that the Europeans have put in power. And none of, like she said, none of this is being said throughout Africa. That's why you don't have any jobs. If you do this, Africa goes from poor to wealthy and there's job creation. But that's going to be a war because the European is not going to become poor by allowing you to actually do what's in your best benefit. What's in your best benefit makes Europe poor again. So they're not going to willingly go back to being poor. See, unlike you, the European knows its history of being poor, dirty, backwards, ignorant, illiterate. They know their history. They know it. They know they were dumb as shit. They know the Africans came to help them. They don't want to admit none of it, but they know it. They know who brought them out of damn poverty, who taught them how to read and write. They know it. And they said, oh shit. We don't, that's why Eric Prince is telling you, we're going to go back and recolonize Africa. They're not doing it for your benefit. They're doing it because a lot of Africans are waking up to this scam that their grandparents and great-grandparents had no clue about. Go ahead, Joey.
You're breaking.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Manufactured in Africa, that our lithium is devoted to increased industrial activity on the continent. So I really think that we've got to begin to reimagine how we may ensure the growth and development of Africa. Africa has a very rich resource of minerals, and many countries are interested in that resource. And they will go to all ends, actually.
All ends. Kill, steal, rape, pillage, get it.
Inculcate conflict. They
right.
support different groups. This is well known, but not spoken of very much. And often you find that Africa of conflict between two powers that are not African at all and have really no development interest in Africa. So this is a complication that does need attention, because those powers are very wealthy and they use their money to arm different groups and to cause this situation of ever.
Did anybody say M23 rebels? Did anybody say M23 rebels are being armed in Congo, coming out of Kagame's Rwanda? Can you say that? Can you say Boko Haram? Can you say Al-Shabaab? Who's funding this shit? Exactly.
And if you examine several countries where there is conflict, you'll find this feature, but we don't give it the study. If we allow others to divide us, to direct us as to what should suit us, we will never achieve.
This is the continent of Africa that we're talking
Yep, and that's it. I don't like this guy explaining anything because he's always a coon somehow. But I don't like him explaining nothing to me at all. But I see John Mosquito is saying that we're not falling for it. Of course, we should not be signing any deals right now. I bet Africa will learn it better. I hope. Not so long as we have Ruto, Kagame, and all. We need to be learning better with people like Ibrahim Traore and the juntas on the West African countries that have installed democracy. You're also saying that she sounds like she studied in Europe. I'm not sure. She's giving me the South African accent.
No, that's not that. I don't think she studied Europe. South Africa is Europe in Africa. South Africa is modern. General Mosquito. General Mosquito, you've been to South Africa? I've been. South Africa is modern. South Africa is Europe. South Africa is Europe in Africa.
Once I step in Johannesburg, my accent is changing. You get me? My accent is way different.
They still gonna rob the shit out your ass, no matter what accent you got.
I'm gonna rob the shit back. But I see you also saying that people are flooding themselves into Africa. They are everywhere, man. They are everywhere, and it's up to us to watch our back, because we're too inviting. But who are we inviting here? You know, that's the problem. We're too welcoming. It's good to welcome people, but let them not overstay. The problem with them is that they overstay. And when they overstay, they claim even their land after you welcoming them. It's no longer your home. You know, I'm a Mzungu. What do you mean I can't stay here? So that has to be called to
the plan has always been to take over Africa. And then I'm not overstaying my welcome. I'm coming to conquer the shit. I'm not overstaying nothing. I'm coming to take it.
But as we wind up, I want to share this video. This was a plea from the Congolese children, the DRC Congo children, who are mentioning the different types of. I loved it personally, and it is so crazy to see that right now it has to get to a point where children. It is important them being educated, but them being involved, especially right now with the chaos happening in DRC. This is the least of the things we should see. It's KD being plead to do. Maintaining peace in the country. So let me share this very quickly.
They want our gold, our cobalt, our gold, our zinc, our ammonium, our titanium, our flesh, water, our timber, our iron, our diamonds, our fish, our uranium, our tin, our cosmic. They want us for free. So they were taking and killing people, innocent people for it. Lying, children, right, me. But what did you do? I do. What I do? What do I do? What did I do? What did I do? Since 1994, they are over 6 million. Those are people dead in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Because of them, it's 75
Yep, they are breaking the silence that the media, of course, is hiding from. What is really happening. It sounds bush. Yeah, I know it's children, so that's why it is sounding bush.
I couldn't hear what they said. What were they saying? I couldn't hear that.
Yeah, they're just playing outside to the rest of the world. Of course, this is France and the rest of the countries being or participating in the extraction of resources in DRC Congo. They are calling out on Skedi to help out so that their titanium, gold, fish, silver, everything, all the resources in the country and the African continent can stop being taken away from them. And the biggest question they're pulling outside there is, why are you killing children like us? What did I do? It's so sad to see children
what you did is that your ass is black and you're on the wealthiest continent on the planet, and I want it. That's what you did. You want to be honest? You want to be brutally honest? Your ass is black and you sitting on the richest continent on the planet, and I want it. That's what you did.
Those are babies, King.
They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about that. So what? They talking about their babies. You see them as babies. I see them as babies. They don't see them as no baby. They see them as niggas, as King Leopold said back in 1884. These niggas in the Congo make them stupid, keep them fucked up, and let us steal from their dumb ass. That's what he said 170 years ago. He called the babies, Joby, niggas. That's what he called them.
It's so crazy. But I believe Africa, we are on the rise. That closing remark. And I see John Mosquito saying that those guys that click their tongue when they are speaking. Man, that's sexy. I find that sexy. You have no idea.
Sexy?
Okay?
God damn, I find that shit disturbing. You met some lady talking to me going, I'm like, hey, man.
Of course, I like it to mix with a little bit of their talking. I don't want to just fluently the clicking sound type of language. I'm not gonna understand you. I mean, what are you trying to tell me? Eat ugali and
they'll teach it to you. He said, what's that mean? That means ugali and bananas.
No. I'm not doing it. Ugali and banana. I forgot it was
That's
ugali
right.
and but I'm not doing that. I said unless you're out of your goddamn mind, But I also see that was clear saying that, hey, did you hear about the billionaire African man that was killed?
Going to the Super Bowl. Yeah, it wasn't the same. There was 3 billionaires, and you better believe they were murdered because remember, one was talking about building real African schools for knowledge in Africa. He said, time is we got to build real schools without school fees. See, that's I told you. Why is Africa the only place you got these school fees at? Because the Africans supposed to be more stupid. Nobody's paying those school fees. School's supposed to be free. Nobody's paying no damn school, especially in the poorest places on the planet as Africa is. It's about some damn I'm paying for school and I'm getting a moronic education at that, getting a bunch of lies I'm paying for. So he was talking about we're going to revitalize because they're all Nigerian. One was from the Nigerian stock exchange. The other one was the owner of one of the Nigerian banks or president of a bank there. They were all flying from LA to the Super Bowl Friday. They got kicked today Saturday because Super Bowl, I think the Super Bowl is one of the biggest Super Bowls. Remember, they also showed God. If you look, anybody looked at the Super Bowl, they showed Africa. They showed a little kid from Ghana dreaming to be a football player in America. So they attached Sunday night's game to Africa. And so, of course, he was murdered. It was going to take 2 years to investigate. 2 years. So obviously, they wanted to get these Negroes out of the way. And the idea, see, Africans, even when you got you're too damn stupid. You don't understand people trying to get rid of you. Like I told Damori, right now Nigeria is supposed to be the powerhouse of the planet right now. But it's too backward, too fucked up, too ignorant. Nigeria right now should be the wealthiest country on the planet. Right now. To be the powerhouse of the world. And everybody knows this. That's the funny part. The white man knows this. So Nigeria's been purposely sabotaged. Nigeria should be the powerhouse of the planet, not Africa. Not Africa. I'm talking about the damn planet. Should be the powerhouse of the planet right now. But it's been purposely sabotaged to make sure it does not become that. Does not become the powerhouse of the planet. And so, what you have, every time they open their mouth and somebody gonna do something good for their people, they mysteriously died. And you know it's the CIA behind it. You better believe that. So that's why you Negroes, you should have just took a car, make sure your car had no bombs underneath it, get good security detail, and just drove your ass, from Los Angeles to Las Vegas, where the Super Bowl was at, because you wanted to be part of the league and go to the Super Bowl and party with everybody in Sin City, Las Vegas. Everybody wants to go to Vegas, have a good time. Okay, I got you. But goddamn it, you got enough money, you did this. You gotta get a driver, get a limousine, and drive. It's only as far as LA from Vegas, like 6 hours. I think it's like a 6 hour drive. Drive the 6 hours in your car, because going to the helicopter, yeah, that's easy to sabotage your ass. But the whole helicopter caught on fire. The people blew up. Come on.
You're crazy. But anyway, family, we're wrapping it up here with the conversation of the day.
I'm crazy. Shit. I'm crazy not to know not to get no damn helicopter in America. I'm crazy enough not to know not to get in America in a helicopter when I know they be trying to kill black powerful people. We're trying to do good for black people in Africa. I know enough. I know I'm crazy enough not to know not to take no helicopter, Joby, flying from Los Angeles to no damn Las Vegas. I know enough about that. So I'm crazy. I'm crazy then. I'll be riding my car crazy.
I lost you. But you better remain crazy. I see. Oh, okay.
Can you hear me now, Joby?
Yeah.
Do me a favor before we leave. Do me a favor. Ask Google before we leave. Say, how many hours is the drive from Los Angeles to Las Vegas? How many hours is that drive? Can't be no more than about 6 hours, shit. But you want to fly your helicopter and be there like in an hour. I'm going to fly my helicopter. I'm rich. I'll be in an hour. Now you're all fucked up. You're dead and stinking. Now you're dead and stinking because you wanted to be there in an hour.
God damn.
Let me get my helicopter. I don't need to take no car. How many hours it is, Joey?
4 hours.
See, I thought it's only 4 hours. I thought it was 4. I don't know why I said 6. I said it's probably 4. So it's only 4 hours. But no, you want to get them 45 minutes in your helicopter. And now look at you. You're dead and stinking. Now you're dead and stinking. Your wife, your children. And you could have just gotten a nice little limousine from LA and drove up to Las Vegas and know where all the casinos are at. Do me this. Say images. Say images of what's that called? Images of the pyramid in Las Vegas. I forgot. What's that? The Luxor Hotel? Now, I'm not going to, Las Vegas is the playground of the adults. Now, the kids got Disney World and Disney shit, but the adults go to Las Vegas to have their dreams come true. So they completely took all our shit and made a fake thing in Las Vegas. So yeah, so look. So there you go. I made a whole fake Egypt in Las Vegas. And but everything else, that's just one hotel. That's just one hotel in Las Vegas. There's a bunch of them out there. But, it just everything happens. Remember the slogan goes, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. All the debauchery stays there. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So They were going to Vegas to have a good time. They drinking. Remember, Vegas is where Tiger Woods was putting peanut butter and jelly on white women's booties and shit. Got it.
Much love. You're about to destroy my appetite. No, You're about to just make me puke the whole,
you ain't did that show with me. I think that was like a year and a half we did that show. Tiger Woods. He putting all kind of condiments on them girls' booties, putting whipped cream, putting syrup and honey on their butt cheeks, all kind of shit.
Oh, we are the outside dear man. But anyway, family, much love. We're coming to the end of the conversation of the day. See you guys later.
Much love, family.
Thank you so much, Keith, for tuning in and of course for diving on this amazing conversation.
And please, don't be like Tiger Woods and put honey and jam.
Please, you don't want to even do that. I don't even dare choose Jiba Jabba's menu. If Jiba Jabba you're listening, we don't do no bananas and
Imagine Joey in Vegas, and Joey's the white man's type. Hey, black girl, you want to can I put honey and jam on your booty?
I can barely even stand the butt plug. So how do I even end up with Much love, family. See you guys later on the Black Kings Frequency, and of course later on the Culture Show. I see you saying that hey, they don't call him Tigers for no reason. Oh my God. Anthony says like I should not be like someone he knows. I don't know who, but shout out to Queen Aisha. Thank you so much for following us.
So you guys know about Tiger Woods on TikTok too? Yeah, that's a debaucherous ass Negro. Oh man, that's a debaucherous cat. But he's still a billionaire. I bet he's still doing it now. He's just being more careful. He's still a billionaire, putting all kind of honey and whipped cream on girls' booties, pancakes, syrup. Shout out to Tiger Woods, the real Jamaican Dandada. Bomba clot.